it's good to see like a lot of discussion is going on in the group. So this is happening first time when people start discussing their journey with the others. So this is how you learn because it is not a concrete something which is written on the book and you have to learn it. You have to mug it up, right? It is a project which you have to discuss. You have to find out the ways how other people are doing, and from their learnings, like what are the problems they are facing, you can learn and you can implement in your thing also, right? So yeah, I was I was able to listen some of the things from Sanjeev. I think right, Sanjeev is there. So yeah. So it is a
Yes.
good problem actually. I think you are taking a problem of newspaper, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So it is a good problem actually, Sanjeev. So basically, now I'll brief you about one more time. I'll in the orientation session we have already explained about the Capstone project. So now I'll touch up a different points, right? Where you can learn like what are the different type of data we have, right? And after then we can take up the questions and answers. So it will help you out to understand the data points, what are the data are, what is secondary data, what is primary data, and after then you will be able to learn like what exactly how you need to pitch. I'll just give you a flavor of pitching, and we have a session on October 13 or 14. We'll just decide and we'll let you know. In that, what we are doing, we are making a different breakout rooms, right? So what exactly is happening in the breakout room? We will also be there in one of the breakout rooms. Our TAs will be there. So in that condition, what you have to do, you have to pitch, right, to get the data. So when you are pitching to getting the data, we'll give you the feedbacks. Like this is the proper pitching, this is not a proper pitching, this is how you have to pitch down for particular thing, right? So these things we'll explain there in the sessions in the breakout rooms because pitching is a very important thing, right? So if you will come to me to get some resource from my end, right, then you should be at least you should know about me, right? So what is happening if you are going for an interview, right, for a company? If you don't know the background of the company, the first question is that from the HR people, they'll ask you, okay, what domain we are working on? Did you explode? So when you are going to pitch in particular domain, I'm not telling for a particular person when you are going to pitch or for a particular organization you are going to pitch. You know what exactly if you are taking a domain of newspaper, right? So you have to go, you have to do some homework, right? In homework, what you have to do, how the papers are distributing, right? What are the supply chain they are maintaining? Because what is happening mostly in service based, it is a service. Like if you they are providing a milk, if some company is providing a milk, some company is providing a newspaper, what they are doing, they are maintaining a supply chain, and this supply chain is very important, right? If they are going to miss the proper supply chain timing, then they are going to miss the paper for a day, or a milk packet for a day, or a curd packet for a day, right? So if you see Amul, what exactly Amul is doing, they are having a biggest supply chain. So what if some operation issues are happening in one stage, then on that day they won't be able to deliver the milk because it's a fast moving and daily moving product, right? So these things are quite important. Like when you are going to some of the organization, you have to do some homework. Okay, I'm not asking you to do a research. I'm asking you to do a homework. You have to have understanding on what exactly this. Like if you are going for a stationery shop, if you are going for a grocery shop, then you have to know like how this supply chain are working. What are the problems people are facing in this particular supply chain? What are the other operation issues are there? So what is happening? Like if I'll give you example. When you are going in a train, right? This is the best example I'll give you. So what you are doing when you are going in a train? So in that condition, if you see, like after some time, a lot of discussions happening with the peoples in the compartment, right? When you are sitting, because you peoples are getting bored and they are trying to engage in some of the particular topic. So what is happening if you see in the discussion, or you can just correlate with the GD room also, right? So what is happening? A person is there who is having a knowledge, right? So what he is doing, he is just trying to pitch, right? He is just trying to give some insights because he know the background. Like if you assume, like if you are going in a train or in a GD room, they'll ask you for the war of Israel and Gaza, right, or Hamas, right? So what is happening? There are some lot of peoples, some peoples they don't know about Israel and Hamas organization, why they are happening, why it is happening. But there are a couple of people they know history of them, right? So what they are having, what is happening in that condition? If you are just starting a discussion, so in that condition, if you are giving some technical points, right, why this war is happening, what are the important features, why Palestinians are who are Hamas, right? So in that condition, you are creating an interest, right? You are creating an interest, and because of that interest, people will listen to you, right? If something is not useful for them and something is relevant and you won't be able to answer the things, then that discussion will not be healthy. They'll not show interest towards your points, right? Because they thought like it's not a genuine point and you are telling something. So what the similar way when you are going to pitch it to someone, right, for your project or for anything else, so you have to do some homework so that you can explain, okay, these are the things which is happening in this particular domain. Like in a grocery shop business, these are the things people are facing. These are the things in the newspaper field. These are the things people are facing. These are the important points which in supply chain you need to consider. So you use some technical points in that condition because the other person don't know technicality of the particular domain. So once you are just pitching it with some particular keywords, then he will be quite impressed. Then he'll show you interest. Like then he will show interest in giving the data, or he will just agree for the discussion. But if you don't know anything, he will not agree. He'll not find any interest in just what you are talking to him. He didn't find if you tell him I am doing like this degree in IIT Madras. So he'll think like, okay, you are doing a degree, but you don't have an idea of the things. Okay, it's fine. I don't have time because usually, if you see a small grocery shops and all, they don't have much time in while in during the working hours. So they'll think like, okay, I'm because they don't know the technical points, right? If you tell the technical points, then they'll find an interest. Okay, these are the technical points. These I don't know. At least for the awareness purpose, he'll tell, okay, these are the points I don't know. Okay, so these are the things you have to consider, and maybe after 10 to 15 minutes, I'll come again on this points, and I will just touch up what exactly you need to do it. And so now I'll just start from the data, right? So basically, I'll brief you about a Capstone project, what exactly it is. Mostly, I'll think like a lot of peoples or a lot of students have an idea now what exactly the Capstone project is all about, right? So if you are agree with me, just give a thumbs up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great, great. So what? Yeah. So now we will start our session and we'll discuss some of the points, right? So what exactly? I'll explain you the primary data, secondary data, its importance, its why it is not important, why primary data is important, right? So these things I'll just explain you, right? So I'll take example, right? I'll take a simple example of a reporter who is reporting and our YouTube bloggers, right? So what if I'll consider example of Russia Ukraine war, right? So exactly is happening? If you see initially, if you have watched like a lot of newspapers or a lot of TV channels, what they have done, they have gone to the location, right? So what they are doing, they are reporting from the location. If you see the videos, they are reporting from the location where bombs and rocket missiles are, where fight is going on, right? In a broader way, you can see like where the fight is going on. So what they are doing there, they are capturing the images. They are taking the feedbacks, or they are just seeing the situation, what exactly are happening there, right? So what they are doing there, they are taking the images or they are taking a videos from there, and then they are communicating to their head office, right? And after then head office is just they are going to broadcast on their channel and they are showing what exactly the situation is coming on there, right? So from this, what you can see, so there are two type of communications are happening, right? The first communication is from directly they are in the location, they are taking a data from there, and the secondly, what they are doing, they are communicating the same data to the to their head office, which is going to be broadcast on their channel, right? So in this scenario, there are two type of data, right? What type of data? Two type of data are there. The first data is there, on site, live, what they are taking, and the second data is there, what the data they are just giving it to the news to their head office, and they are communicating the same data in their channel, right? So these two data are quite important, right? So the first data, which they are taking on a live basis, right? On a live basis is the primary data, right? But what they're communicating to others or what they're communicating to their channels is a secondary data, right? So these are the two type of data we are having. I'll give you one more example. Yeah. So I'll give you one
Sir,
more example of yeah, yeah,
sir, actually,
yeah.
I mean, after collect, I mean, once for example, we collect any data, so then, like,
Hmm.
how do we come to know that which particular, model to deploy, or that is there any,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, Pritika,
that
I'll
will
come
make
to the
difference.
point. First, yeah, I'll come to the point. First, let me finish this thing. Then I'll come to your point. So just wait for some time. Just let me explain the things, and after then, most of your doubts will be clear, and then we'll come to your points. Right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now I'll come to one more example that let's that I'll give you in every of the sessions, and in the starting of the session I'll give an example that is a basic example of a primary and secondary data, right? So if you see like a child, right? What exactly if you see a child who is nearly a 6 year old or a 5 year old, he started the school, right? So he is going to the nursery class. Okay. So what is happening actually when he is going to the nursery class or a school something somewhere? So, like when a child is interacting to mother, right? So there are mothers or parents they are interacting, or they are observing the child what exactly his likings or his dislikings, what exactly he want. So this is what like he is collecting a lot of data. Okay, this is the food he is eating. This is the food he is not eating, and this is the time he is waking up, this is the things he don't like, he likes, he don't like. So they know everything about the personal with a personal perspective, they know everything for the kid, right? So these are the things he need to do, these are the things he like, these are the things he dislikes, right? Okay, so this is what exactly a primary data, right, which a mother is getting from the child, right? He knows everything. But on the other hand, when he started to going school, right? So in that condition, there are different perspectives. There are different perspectives of understanding that particular kids with respect to teacher, right? So when he is going to class, right? So there are different subjects. So one subject he will say like he is very good. In other subject he is not good. So what is happening in every parents teacher meeting? The teachers is communicating something to their parents. Okay, your kid is not working good in this particular subject, right? He is good in maths but he is not good in history or geography, right? So he'll explain a lot of things. So basically they are going to target his future goals from there itself. Okay, he is good in maths, I'll just in future we will just ask him to do a study of or a preparation for IIT and he'll go to IIT. He'll become engineer because he's good in math, science and physics stream, right? Science stream. But on the other hand, if he's good in arts stream, then they'll think, okay, it's fine. He is not interested in the science stream. We can just think about some different field to him, right? So whatever the things is communicating from teachers to student, right? From teachers to mother, right? It is a secondary data because these things they don't know, like what exactly is his academic lackings, right? What he is doing in a classroom, right? Sometimes he is sleeping in the classroom, he is not responding, right? So teachers will communicate to their parents, okay, he's not responding, he's not much active in the classrooms, and he's just fighting in the classroom, or he's not doing homework. So these things they are not, maybe they are not aware of. So what it is communicating from a different source. It is not coming from a single source. His mother don't know these things. So for his mother, when teacher is communicating something, it is a secondary data, right? For a teacher, whatever teacher is collecting, it's a primary data for a teacher, right? So these are the two examples which explain you about what exactly are the secondary data, what is the primary data. Now you have from broader these two examples. I think most of you are clear with the data, what exactly are the primary data and secondary data. Just thumbs up so we can proceed it forward. Great. Okay, fine. So now we'll come up to the other point. So why the this project is important? So most of the people are asking, okay, sir, the Capstone project. So this is a boring exercise, and we don't want. And some students are participants or students are also asking, sir, why we have to do a Capstone project, right? Because we are not in this domain, we are working professional, we are working in this company, and we don't want these courses. Even for other courses, also they are asking. So I want to tell you, like, if you are registering for some particular degree or diploma, okay, so in that condition, the course module is not defined as per the student choice, right? It is a standard module. Like if you've done a bachelor degree, right? So what exactly you are getting there? There are some particular courses which you like, which are lying in your domain, and which you don't like, which are not lying in your domain, right? If you are going or for a BTech or if you are going for a BSc, there are some courses, because this is what a bachelor level degree. So it is a mix of everything. Like it's a mix of data science. It's a mix of its application. It's a mix of its English as well. Because these are the modules which needs to be required for a bachelor degree. We are not focusing anything about like your expertise, right? So when you are doing a bachelor degree, you can get a broader domain in which a different type of courses will be there, because this is in bachelor degree we are developing a student so that he can just opt a different fields. We are not focusing on a particular field. You can opt, like once you are going with a bachelor degree, you can go for once you are going a bachelor degree in computer science or mechanical engineering. So you can have a subjects. People are opting a subject, so you can go in different domain of the mechanical engineering. You can go in a different domain of computer science engineering, right? So we are not restricting you for a particular domain. If you are doing a bachelor in computer science, you can have a subjects which are related to web design also, which are related to machine learning also, right? So because when you are going for the expertise, you can select any one of the subjects and you can go, you can just proceed it with, right? So these are the things broadly we are having in the courses. And the other thing is that if you go with the specialization, that is what the master degrees are coming, where you can go for specialization of the subjects. Like you are going to work in a computer science domain, and you are going to work to recognize the pattern, right? Recognize the pattern of some persons, recognize the pattern of the traffic, right? Or you are going in a web design purpose, or you are developing some source coded for some softwares or something else. So it is a specialized design. You can just go there. So this is what we are having. So in this module, we have a different subjects which are not might be not related to you now, but it might be useful for the others because it's a bachelor degree. Okay, so now I'll come to the Capstone project. A little bit I'll touch. Mostly you have an idea about the Capstone project, why it is useful. So basically, the Capstone project is something. It's quite different from your other project, right? Where you're getting a data. So this is what we have designed the project in such a way. So what exactly you are learning in your classroom, right? Wait a minute. I'm getting call. I'll receive it a minute and I'll just get back. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So, so I'll come to the point. So what exactly? So data science and its application, right? So this is what the application you are using. So here, what you have to do, you have to take a live data. Why we are focusing on the live data? So you are learning a lot of concepts in the class. that I too have learned, right? When I was in IIT, I too have learned a different thing in class. So what exactly is happening when I'm learning a thing in the class? Like I'm learning a Pythagoras theorem, right? So when I'm going to the ground, so it is not, so it is very difficult for me to relate the concept of formulas which I learn in the class to the real ground situation. So for the real ground situation, I have some it is needed to have some practical understanding. Okay, these are the things I am having. How I can apply these things to the real world problem. Okay, so this is what we have designed because we already have a business data management course, and from there we are linking this project so that you can get a data. Okay, this is separate data you are getting, and that data you can in that data you can apply different learning perspectives, right? We are not restricting to even we are seeing people are just using pie chart. They are using like a bar chart. They are using some trend analysis. So this is not restricted to these only basic post processing process. You can also include a different type of processes which you are learning in the other courses as well, like in big data, like if you are using machine learning, if you are using a regression analysis, if you are using a correlation analysis. So these things will be more useful. So whatever the things you learn in the classes or classroom study, that you try to implement it, because what is happening when you are going to implement these things independently, so you won't be able to identify what exactly the problem is all about, right? Where you are stuck in, whether you are approaching the problem in a good way, whether it is a bad way, you are not getting any reviews because you are just implementing a cross correlation analysis. Okay, in some data sets, you will not get a feedback. Okay, whether it is correct, whether you have to implement this thing here, or whether you don't have to implement this thing here, you don't know. But blindly you are just implementing it. So from here, if you are going to implement these things in your data, so you'll getting a feedbacks. Okay, these approaches are not useful. These approaches are useful, but what exactly the problem you are facing? What exactly you are missing in this analysis approach? Like if you are doing a cross correlation analysis or you are doing a multiple variable analysis, so in that condition, the correlation coefficient is very important, right? Right. So if it is not correlated, then the correlation coefficient is very less. If it is strongly correlated, one variable is correlated with the other, then you will get a good value of cross correlation coefficient, right? So I'll give you an example. Like if you are seeing the trend, right? If you are seeing a trend of vegetables, right? If you are seeing a trend of different vegetables, right? The seasonal vegetable as well, and your daily vegetable as well, like if aloo, pyaj, and this thing. Broadly, I'll tell you. So in that condition, if you see variations of these different variables, so it is called a multiple variable. When the variables are more than one, then it is called a multiple variable. So here you have a different variables. Here you have a different products which you are going to analyze. Okay, what exactly the trend of aloo for a year on a day wise, right? And similarly, you are comparing, okay, what is the trend for pyaj? What is the trend for other vegetables? So from there, you can find it out. If you are comparing two vegetables, so you can compare how the price increase in a particular commodity affect its sales, right? So here you are analyzing two variables. So these two variables are correlated because if the prices are increased, the sales will reduce. In that condition, you have a two variables. You can able to correlate with them. So if they are not correlated, so you are getting a very less correlation coefficient of 0.2, 0.5, right? Means 50% correlated. 50% correlated means there is a marginal changes, not big changes are happening, right? But it is 80% correlated means they are once one variable is changing, the other value, the value of other variable is impacting a lot. So these correlation coefficients are helping a lot. So these way you have to do the analysis. So okay, now this point is clear. Thumbs up. Yeah.
Yes, sir, I think it's getting clear.
Okay. Okay, okay. So now I'll come to the other point which people are facing, and after then we can have a discussion. This is a good point. I've seen like people are discussing what the problems they are facing out, and from there we'll take some points. I'll suggest what exactly you have to do. So yeah, so the third point I need to focus about this thing done, this thing done. Okay. So how to pitch? I'll just touch up a little bit about how to pitch. So basically, uh, uh, I'll take an example, right? I'll take an example of a sales boy, right? A sales boy when he's coming to your right now you've seen a sales boy who are selling a books, right? Who are having encyclopedia. I think most of you have met, but I'm not sure whether all of you have met with them. So it is basically when you're putting in the when you are stopping in the red lights when going to your office, then you will see a lot of people are coming to your window and they are knocking. So these are the books we are having, right? So in that condition, what exactly they have to do? They have to sell these books to you. Okay. So I also met with this incident one time where I purchased 2 to 3 books. Okay. So what exactly the pitching is quite different. They are coming frequently with me. Sir, these are the things we are selling, and these are. But what exactly? I'm not convinced what exactly they want to sell. Right. So one time a boy came to me. He told, sir, basically he asked me personally, like personal questions, sir, what you are doing. He didn't ask me about the book. He asked me, sir, what you are doing. So I told I'm studying in IIT. It's a long back story. So he told, okay, sir. So what exactly you are studying? So I told these are these are the fields, and this is what the field I am working on. So he told, okay, sir, it's good, it's very nice. And after some time, he tried to interacting with me where you are living, what exactly in hostel you are living, what type of food you are getting. So till now, he didn't pitch anything for me. I don't know that guy, but he didn't pitch anything. He has a book in his bag. So okay, after then I started asking him what you are doing. So he told, sir, basically I'm a student and part time I'm working in this book selling to earn the money. Okay. So this is the first point, which is quite impressive, right? He is just he doing a degree as well as for his pocket money. He is just selling the books. So this is quite impressive. Like if you say like for bearing his expenses, he's doing a part time job. So it is a positive point which come in my mind. Okay, I told, okay, what type of things, what is this book all, what you are selling, what type of books you are selling. So he just take up the book, and he after then he told me like this is the book I'm having, and this will give you a lot of information, sir. So I told why a lot of online sources are there. I'll search it from there. So he told, no, sir, if book is there, in case you are getting bored of something, then you can take a book and you can see it. So it might be useful. But when you are doing a lot of work in computer, it might be the possibility you can't explore the things. But if you have a hard copy, you can just, if you're getting bored with the computer, you can shut it down and you can just sit any place and just go through the books. Because it's a general knowledge book, you'll get some idea. So this is the second point which create interest to me for purchasing the book. And after then he started telling, okay, sir, these books are basically designed for this, and it might be useful because the publication, from the publication point of view, also we are doing some charity to the students who don't have much money, and there is particular NGOs. If you buy this book, 20% will go to them. So this is the third pitching point, which I liked. Right after then, what he told briefly, and at the end, what is happening? I purchased the book because he told a strong point. He bring the strong point. So if you see from the initial phase, he didn't tell anything about the book to me. He just what he has done. He's just getting familiar with me. Okay, sir, these are the things I am having. And he didn't tell about his business. Yeah, it was disconnected. Am I audible? Just thumbs up. Yeah, great. So you see, from starting onwards, he didn't ask me anything. He didn't even discuss about the books. He didn't even discuss about what exactly he want to convey with me. He want to sell with me. So this is what you have to do with the business as well, right? So when you are going to any of the business, right? So what you have to do in that condition, in the first meeting you don't ask anything because it's quite irritating, and it's looking like you are approaching for something from there, right? Just try to, that is what I told in the initial phase. Just when you are going, just have some idea, just do some background study, right? Okay, these are things happening, and after then, if you don't give in the first meeting, don't ask anything about the data. You tell him, okay sir, you are running the business, but what exactly the pattern you are following, right? If it is a paper newspaper business, what exactly the paper pattern you are facing out. So you just ask them like, okay sir, nowadays people are not opting for a hard copy of a newspaper, now they are switching to the soft copies. So what's your take on that, right? On the soft copies, because after some years the time will come, people will not take hard copies, they'll just go with the soft copies only, right? So in that condition, how your business will be survived? Have you think about it? So this is the interesting topic, or this is an interesting point which it will strike in his mind. Okay, he is telling correct. Now after 10 years, what will be the sustainability of my business? I'm not able to sustain in the market if I will go in the same trend, right? So this is how you have to go and just try to pitch it down, right? So these are the points I'm having. This is what I you give some suggestions. So from suggestions, he will just ask you some questions. So from that questions, you just formulate a business problem. You got my point? So now from the pitching itself, you'll get a lot of questions when you are giving a suggestion. So he'll tell, okay, this is what I didn't think about. Okay, so this is what he didn't think about is a business problem. It might be a business problem. Okay, so after then you can just proceed forward with the multiple suggestions, and after getting familiar, he itself will only tell you like these are the problems we are facing in our business, right? So you need not to ask him about the business problem or the problem he is facing in the business. Just from there itself, with the discussion, he'll tell you, okay, these are the problems I didn't think about. So you just ask him about the supply chain, how you are maintaining the supply chains, how much money you are giving to the particular delivery person, right? So what are the other optimal solutions you are having, right? From there, he'll get an idea. Okay, because when we are doing a business, like I'm also associated with Research Park, so we are seeing a lot of startups. What exactly they are having? They are mainly focusing on expanding the business. They are not focusing on what exactly the existing problem is happening in our business, right? So they are focusing just to extend, but they don't know what are the problems coming in the business, and they are impacting them in a future, right? So these things you have to take care. These things you have to find it out. Like when you are going to pitching, just try to do some homework, and after then just try to pitch. In first meeting, never ask for the data. In the second, third meeting, when you find like, okay, he's showing some interest, then you can just ask him, sir, I'm doing the project. So if it is, it might be useful for you as well and for me as well. Like if you give some data for me, and from there I'll just analyze the data and will give you some insights what exactly the business problems you are facing it on, and some recommendations also. So what you have to do from this business problem and all, right? So mostly you get a understanding of how to pitch that. Maybe we can clear more in our next lab session, where you people will go to interact, and you will ask about the data, right? Okay. So yeah, other question is coming. What type of data you have to collect? Okay. So it is not like rocket science, where I'll tell you this type of data you have to collect. You have to think about the data. In the last session also, I've given you example of like you are seeing a TV series or something, thriller TV series or some suspense TV series, where what exactly they are doing, where the if a murder is happening or if some crime is happening, what they are doing, they are making a map, right? Police is making a map, cops are making a map, and they are just okay. Just from here, you can see the correlation. They are making a map in a board. They are putting some clue points, right? These are the clues I am having. 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 Now they are mapping that all the clues with each other. Okay, how this clue is related to this one. So from this is what the correlation they are doing. They are not doing a theoretical correlation. They are doing a correlation with the help of images. Okay, this image, he is a suspect person. How this person is related to this person? How this person is related to this location? Where is this person at that particular crime time? Right. So they are correlating it a lot, and when the correlation fitted, the case is solved. Got it? So when your correlation is getting fitted, the case is solved. So similar way, what you have to do when you're going to take a data of a different industry. So first thing you have to think about what exactly the business problems they are having. So if you're taking a lot of data, like he'll give you a data of nearly 100 variables, right? 100 variables, data of 3 years, then you will get confused. What needs to be done? Right. So in that condition, what you can do when you are just going to the business, just make a map. Okay, make a map what exactly this industry is basically focusing on. In this industry, what are the points, what are the variables you are having? Just try to make a map, correlate them, and then you can just see what type of data you are getting. Like if you are getting a data of there are 100 variables, so might be the possibility you are not able to analyze 100 variable data. So in that condition, if two variables you are considering as a problem statement, just try to get two variables data. It's not necessary to take 100 variable data because it will be quite confusing for you when you are going to analyze. Got my point? Yeah, I think it is clear now. Thumbs up. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Okay. Okay, so maybe we can just have a little bit interactive session where some of you just tell me, like, tell me or tell to all, like, Sanjeev was discussing about what exactly how is going to collect the data, what are the difficulties he's facing. So similar way, like if some of you come up and if you have already in the journey of collecting the data, you can just share your experience, what exactly the difficulties you are facing, and so that others will also learn. Okay, so maybe you can unmute yourself, you can on the video, and you can tell what exactly you are having, how you are collecting the data. Okay, so we'll go one by one. Uh, so those who raise the hand, they raise the hand for sharing their experience, or they raise the hand for um, having a doubt. So I need a raise hands for only the sharing the for those who want to share the experience. They can only raise the hands. Others just raise it down so we can just have a next activity where they can raise the hand and I'll just address the question. Okay, Vatsava, Sri Vatsava. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
First,
Good morning.
yeah. First, good morning. First, tell what exactly your business is about, and after then you can just proceed forward.
Yeah, so it's a food court business which comprises of five businesses individually in it. Uh, so that is the business that I want to have the analysis on, do the
Okay.
analysis on it, and yeah.
So you have collected the data,
I haven't collected the data yet, but I spoke to the manager there. So I'm
right?
just trying to plan like how much data will be required or how much the volume and all will be required.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
thinking on it, sir. Sir,
So how
and
was your
when it
interaction? How you started to pitch him?
yeah, I interacted with him and slowly just I asked like what problems they usually face like that before asking for the data directly. So
Hmm.
he was happy to interact with me and he said like the problems are majorly um, not many problems but problems related to having the workers giving them wages because of not making much profit they're not able to maintain the staff well the number of staff and individually so the food court is in a college so because of the regulations there they are not able to make many profits inside the campus uh, the
Hmm.
same shops while they are selling the products outside the prices and the everything will be on a different level but inside it's just for the promotion that we are having our shops here but that too we are
Okay.
running on margin, but we are not able to make much profits like that.
Nikhil,
The
I'll
manager was.
I'll just give you one point. I'll just give you one point because I was associated with the committees. So what exactly you can do? It's a point you can just suggest to them. So basically, in our campus also, we have a different shops, right? So what is happening in different shops? They are having like if you take a same menu continuously for a longer time, people will get bored. So what they are doing, the shops they are just putting a special menu on a weekend, right, with a subsidized price. So what is happening? They are getting a lot of volumes in that condition, right? So this is the point you can just suggest. Like if you have a shop, you can have a special menu at a subsidized rate, right? So in that condition, they'll get a lot of crowds because people are looking for something different, right? Something different in an institute because they're getting bored of daily basis food. Okay.
Yeah, sir, that's really will help them. And also one more thing
Yeah.
regarding to the analysis, what like can we apply the machine learning or some other subjects analysis
You can
like the
apply
analysis in the
anything,
data that we
anything,
receive, or
whatever you
is it
want.
confined to the things?
No, no, that is what Nikhil, I told you, like in the starting itself. So this is basically you're getting a data. Now, implementing a different classroom learning in the data, it's your task. How, if you want to implement machine learning, you can implement machine learning. If you want to implement something else, pattern recognition, you can put a pattern recognition. If you want to analyze geographical analysis, you can just take a map, you can just do a comparative analysis of different vendors, and you can do. So basically, it totally depends on you. We are not restricting anything. It's totally depend on the data. It's totally depend on you how what are the skills you are having, and you will be able to implement on the project. Got it?
Got it, sir. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Priyanka.
Sir, one small, sir, I'm Narendran.
Yeah,
With Priyanka
yeah,
too.
yeah,
But before going to Priyanka, I just want to have one suggestion, sir.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
he has spoken and you have given some suggestion. So, in between, we have
Uh-huh.
any doubts on that particular dialogue, you have to give us some time to ask before going for the next person.
Yeah. So basically, what I will do, I'll just take this how they started pitching for 3 to 4 students, and after that, I will go for a discussion. So in case if you have any doubts for this, whatever I explained you throughout, then you can just put up your question, and I'll just try to answer it.
Okay, sir. So, we'll wait for all
No,
to.
no, wait for nearly 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank you, sir.
Similar way Nikhil shared, like he went to the shop and these are the problems. This is how he pitched. So this is what we need to understand from other students because it's a recorded session. If you are going through the session or if somebody else is going through the session, they'll come to know. Okay, these are the different ways in which they have to like pitch and how the students have pitched.
Okay, sir. We'll wait.
Okay, okay. Yeah, Priyanka.
Yes, good morning, Aditya. So actually I got to know a family friend who is a MR
Mm-hmm.
into Ayurvedic medicines. So,
Okay.
because of the personal relation, so he agreed to share what exactly is he into the business. So, and the challenges he's facing. So, what
Okay.
primarily I came to know is like they are visiting the doctors and trying to
Mm-hmm.
sell them the medicines and prescribe those medicines and all those kind of things. So,
Mm-hmm.
what he told me that the most popular products they had is some vitamin supplements, which is like a flu kind of season it sells most, say during the month of July, August, and September. And otherwise, rest
Okay.
of everything is a supplement. It can go around the
Mm-hmm.
year. They are just doing okay. They are not like nothing wow about those products,
Yeah.
but the showstopper is those antiviral drug, you can call it. That is the showstopper. And coming on to the problem, what he said is it looked more like a marketing problem that other companies are giving better offers to the doctors and the better trips and all those kind of perks that doctors get to prescribe the medicines that they offer. So what he could share, because he handles a particular region, a small region. So he said ki, okay, I could share with you the sales data of whatever medicines I have sold through this time, say last couple of months. So when he shared it with me, I couldn't make out, other than the sales analysis of the couple of products, which seemed to a very small number for the particular medicines. Then I requested for the peak period of those medicines, so I could get that. So other than that, what he suggested, that you can go for the regional data, which he could arrange from his friends, so that the picture becomes bigger comparative for the same medicine, how it is doing in the other region. So what problem I'm facing is, so now I have a lot of data saying the medicines and the region wise data. So whatever I could think of is only the the sales predictions and all those kind of things, which which is very obvious from that, which every problem could do. So I'm not able to identify a problem statement for the data what I'm getting. So I that is what I wanted to discuss, that what could be the appropriate, because I cannot get the competitive analysis, I cannot get any other company's data or something. Or so what I was thinking, maybe I could suggest him a marketing strategy, but how to go about it? Yeah, I hope I'm making my point clear.
Yeah, Priyanka, I will explain you, but basically, I need some of the initial stage activities which people have done, like the pitching thing, how they pitch, and how what are the difficulties they are facing. So, like those who are in the journey of collecting the data, they'll understand from their experience. I'll get back to you surely on this point.
Sure, thank you very much.
So, anybody else want to share his experience, like when he's going to collect the data, what, how he's pitched, and how he conveys the vendor or company? They can unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself and just start it.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what happened? Means there was a shop in my neighborhood. It was very old shop. So I just means I never went to that shop. It's a clothing shop. So I just went to the and went
Mm-hmm.
for that, and I just purchased some clothing from there. And then I asked that means I what do you say opt for BDN project in this term, but I asked them 2 months before. That means this type means my college is providing me this type of thing, and we can help each other. Means just for example, you were just the main market, your shop is in the main market, and you will get the better insight from your data, and I will get my project done, and we both will benefit. And means I just directly asked him, and he said, means we cannot give the data like that. I said, means it's like I just what to say, just I just asked for his number. I asked for his number, then I what do you say, just texted him, maybe you changed your mind or like that, and I asked him like week ago that maybe it will help you. Means I didn't tell that this time that I changed my pitch, that I will it will not help me, it will help you in that way, and people charges for that. I mean, like if you just ask for some consultant or analyst, they will charge you for 1,000 rupees, and I will do it for free. And they were initially they were very hesitant to share the data. Then they said, we will just give you data, but the thing is that they don't want their data be too what do you say like in the hand of the other competitors. Means earlier they thought that I'm the competitor, means I came from the competitor, so their shop is in the main market. And it was a very
Great.
would you say like a good experience. The thing is that they were not
Uh-huh.
opening initially, so I just asked him
Uh-huh.
like on WhatsApp. I just built what do you say like connection or like build trust with the time, and they said that they'll share that. And the thing is that the
Okay,
problem
good.
only the that I got from them, that they were just getting what do you say like a competition from online business. Means they
Yeah,
said
yeah, yeah.
the competition is not from the market. The competition is from the online business. So that's
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks, Rajat. Anyone else, or I'll take a last pitch from anyone of you, and after that we'll just open for the question and answer with respect to the session first, and after then with respect to your particular problem. I think it's a huge crowd. We'll see like how much questions we'll address. But this thing, with respect to the sessions, if you have any doubts, you can just come up, and after then you can come up with the personal business problem that I'll just try to give you some suggestions, right? So I'll take one more pitching. If anybody is ready for it, you can just unmute yourself and just start it for 2 minutes. and after then we'll start it. Yeah. No, nobody is there. Yeah, Narenji. Yeah.
No, no. Pitching over, no, sir. I thought I was raising the hand a little bit late, but it came.
No,
Pitching
one
is.
more pitching I'll take. One more
Okay,
pitching I'll take.
No,
I'll share
pitching.
one
See, we are all talking
experience.
about pitching, which is successful. I will talk a pitching which is not successful also, so that
Yeah, yeah, that will be good. You
yeah,
have a lot of experience. You can share some insights so that students will also come to know what exactly the problems are there.
yeah. One thing which Rajat was telling, actually, we had a bad experience when you go to a person to sell your product or sell whatever idea, whatever is there, you are going on a pitching. I have seen that everything is very good during initial talks and other things. But once you say something is free, hello, am I audible?
Yeah, 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 you
Yeah.
are audible.
So actually, my way of working was people mentality is any product or any idea which is costlier, people feel that it is superior in quality. So what happens when you say I'm very cheaper than those people or I'll do it free of cost, even though they think that initially they started saying that okay, I will accept all these things, but they will at the end of the day they'll say okay, I'll think over and let you know after talking to my partners or something like that. They'll tell and they'll feel
Yeah.
okay, if he's doing free of cost. I don't think you'll have enough Josh to work for better for us.
Correct.
So generally, what happens is once you say it is free, then
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is not much of
Nobody will take interest.
interest
Yeah,
on
yeah,
you. So I just want to
correct.
share that thing. That's all, sir. For this particular case, for
Yeah,
pitching, this
yeah.
thing. But for general
Yeah.
queries, I have some more queries. I'll wait for my turn, sir.
Yeah, sure. So we can start for the general query. So I got a question in chat box. So same calendar, similar with the other subjects. So basically, so we have a other subject. I don't know what exactly the patterns they are following, but we have a too much interactive TAs, and I understand are too much approachable. And if you are putting an inquiry, we are just responding. I don't know whether it is happening in other project or not, or other subject or not. For that, if you want, you can just drop a mail to Bharti madam. You can just ask him like we need a similar pattern which BDM projects are following. So in case they'll just come up with some common things, and we can just make for other subject as well. I don't know what exactly the patterns the other subjects are following on. So for us, it's a different pattern. Yeah.
So I also want to add some points, sir. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
when we go to when we go to any shop, I ask them for their data, but they say that we have a I say to do in free, right? I say it's my
Mhm.
project, but they say that we already give data on the daily basis. We don't know about what we data have. We just go to accountant go to CA. They just suggest me that you will not get data from any shop because every shopkeeper give their data to CA. You should approach to CA.
Correct.
So that's what I think. So
Correct.
they
Correct.
already have some other person. They give data, right? So if we say if we do
Mhm.
it free, might be they not interested in us. So that's the weakest
Mhm.
point. I think I
No,
have
in
that.
that condition, what you have to do, like, uh, because you have to pitch in this way, like in that condition. So you tell him, sir, okay, you are giving blindly to the CA, right? But what CA is doing with the data, you don't know. Okay. So if you know prior, before giving a data to CA, that if you know what are the important data you are having, what are the like if it is a case of GST, if you already know what exactly the GST, how GSTs are going on, then in case if CA is doing some wrong things, then you come to understand, because otherwise it's a blind spot, right? You are giving a whole data to him, whole everything to him, and he might be able to misuse the data, or he might be able to
Yes.
just take some extra money from you. right? So these things you have to just ask him like, okay, these are the things. So because you tell him that, sir, this is a free project, there are multiple companies, but we are doing a project for my academic purpose, so I can't charge for that. But in case if you want, I can just do a broader analysis which will help you and create awareness in you, right? So that nobody will cheat you in the business, nobody cheat with your data. Okay.
Okay. Yes,
So
sir.
I have one.
Can we not
So,
take
so wait, wait, wait,
is it
wait,
fine?
wait, 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 wait. We'll go with the. So yeah, lovely. You are telling something about pitching or
Yeah, I just wanted to share some experience, and
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
did not have to pitch
Great.
because I knew somebody. I went there, but even when you know somebody, there could be
Uh,
different experiences because often within the same shop or a store, there are multiple people who are dealing with the business, and they will
correct.
react differently to your proposal. Some people are actually too busy. It is not that
Okay.
they're not interested, it is just that they're too busy, and we're going to them in the during the customer hours and peak. They don't give you that much attention. 30 seconds they're talking to you, they're also scanning what is happening around in the shop. But I noticed that two different people within the same business, they gave me a very different kind of reception. And one person was not at all available, but then other person, I had a kind of a 30 minutes 40-minute talk in the middle of the night. I know these people, so I could have a talk in the
Okay.
middle of the night. But business people, it is very difficult to catch them during the daytime.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Either you can catch them in a weekend when the company is closed in a evening time. Just have a tea and just discuss there about the project. Otherwise, in working days, it's very difficult because they're managing a team and it's not possible for them to give you a time because some meetings are not scheduled before. It is instantly it is coming. So might be the cases. It is quite frustrating when you are going. They'll not give you a time, right? So better to like if you going with for a big company, better to go on a weekend.
So that's
Yeah.
why, means I'm sure that whenever we will go to ask for data, maybe they will give data in one day, or they will ask कल आइए कल देते हैं आज थोड़ा सा ये problem है.
Yeah,
So that's
बिल्कुल
why
बिल्कुल.
I have also considered this means in Gantt chart I have considered at least 3 to 4 days I will take to gather all the data.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. So in Gantt chart, it's you can give the most it's a maximum time you can take it. It's not something like we are asking you a concrete. We are asking you for just sticking with the deadlines, whatever you have given. So basically, it's a rough idea so that you also have understanding. Because whole if you are just doing analysis for a whole 6 months, then it is not useful. So you have to plan the things accordingly. So it's a plan basically what you have to make it before doing the project.
Correct, correct. Yes. And
Okay.
just
Now, yeah, yeah.
sir, just one question, sir. The
Mm,
business with whom I am working, it means
mm,
they have tell us the two main problems. The first problem is that they are not able to recover their bill amount from retailers. Basically, they are the
mm, mm,
distributor of pet
mm,
shops. Okay, so they are saying that uh, we are not able to recover our bill amount on time, and we are
mm.
dealing in prepaid. Means
Yeah, yeah.
whatever we are
So yeah, yeah. I got
so,
it. So it's
sir,
basically a credit point they are giving.
yeah, credit point. Sir, in fact, after the credit point, I told them that just set a credit limit for every retailer and ask them to pay
Mm,
within
mm.
30 days. But they said that it is not possible.
Yeah, not
Either
possible. Not possible.
not possible because it's what I feel that it is some about the behavior issue maybe.
Correct.
So, sir, in
Behavior
that
issue and it's a competitive market. Actually, it's a very competitive market. If you just argue a lot of things with the small if dealer is asking with their small firms where they are delivering, they'll just switch it to the other dealer.
correct,
It's
correct. The
because
same
it's
the
very
same yes, sir, the same thing they also said. If I am pressuring them, can you have to pay me amount within a 1 month? They said, छोड़ दो मैं दूसरी जगह से ले लूँ.
correct, correct. So
I
I'll
will
touch
do
on
that.
this point also. This is the biggest point actually in the nowadays competitive market because a lot of things are there and it's very difficult. Like for a small dealer, it's very difficult to survive. So we'll
So
touch on this point also. Yeah, yeah.
yes, sir, please.
So maybe I'll just take some questions related to the sessions, whatever I explained from the primary data, secondary data, and after then I explained about some of the things. So on that point, I'll restrict some questions with respect to session, and after then I'll take your a particular problem what you people are facing on, like for a midterm or for a final term. I'll just discuss it down, right? So with respect to session, if you have any doubt, you can raise your hand. Others who are having a different doubts respective to their proposal reports, they can lower down their hands. Only those who are having session related doubt, they can just raise your hand. Yeah, Narenji.
Sir, thank you. Sir, in last 10 minutes discussion, I have two doubts, sir.
Okay.
The first one was relating to the sorry.
Yeah.
Our Nikhil ji has told that canteen business. In that, you have given a suggestion to go for a new menu every week and give some discounted price, sir. But
Yes.
my question on that was, before seeing the data, so how can we decide on the problem? These are statement actually given in your handout
Yes.
also.
Yes. Yes.
So
No, he already told.
maybe he's already
Uh-huh,
having a special menu, which we don't know until we see
uh-huh.
the data.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
my
Correct.
question regarding that is question now only I'm asking. See,
Uh,
I don't tell the answer, but in my proposal, I give a, solution saying that okay, I will suggest for a new menu weekly. Then I am
yes.
going for my midterm and collecting the data. And in data, I see that he's already having that weekly menu, special menu. So now I come to my final submission. So what I do is I have, these are my proposal. This is my midterm. I have collected data and seen the data, and through the data, I can find out that he is already having the weekly menu. So, what will be my final submission now? There is no
Yeah.
solution
So.
actually. I am not able to give a solution, but I'm making a statement that yes, in my proposal form, I given one of the solution as to give a new menu. Now, after finalizing the data and suggesting all data, he has come with a solution that which is already existing. So that's why my project is over. If I do that, can you give me marks for that? First
No, that
question,
is
sir.
what. Yeah. I'll answer your first question. I'll after then I'll take your second question. So basically, that is why we are asking in the sessions, or we are asking you all to quote a multiple statement. Don't stick with only single problem statement, right? So initially, what people has done, they have done a analysis. They have in the proposal they have written only two problem statement, and when they are going for the midterm, that problem statement related data they don't have, or they have, they are, it is not meaningful. So basically, just when you are giving a proposal, just try to give multiple problem statement, right? It is possible to give it an initial stage, and then you can finalize in the midterm. You just mark it down. Okay, these are the problem statements I have taken, but due to unavailability of the data, right, I am not able to process. These are the main problem statement I'm having right now. Got it? So yeah, so as per the mess, I'll come to the point because there are a lot of things. If you are reshuffling the menus, right? If you already have a data of reshuffling the menus, so these things when you are going to take the data, they'll just explain you. Okay, this is what a simple example I have given to Nikhil. I don't know whether it is they are following it or not because in IIT, what is happening? We have a different like we have a counters of Pizza Hut. We have a counters for like we have a different shops here. So what they are doing every week they are reshuffling the menus and they are putting something new. So it will change the taste bud of students, right? Because if you are putting a menu, a special menu as well, if you are putting and you are putting a same amount of things or same thing which you have put it in the last previous 2 weeks. So people will think, look, okay, the menus is repeating. So someday you can just repeat some other menu. Someday you can make some south based. Someday you make some specialized north based, and someday you can make some different cousins. You can just bring it down, so it will attract the customer. That is what I mean to say. So basically, yeah. So there are a lot of things which you have to clarify before starting. So whatever the things before starting the business, you have to clarify everything. If you have anything special or you are putting something special. So these are the questions you have to formulate. You got my point. That is what I told initially. When you are pitching, you have to just do a background. Okay, this is what the mess is all about, and this is what he is working on. What exactly the structure of the mess is here. Got my point?
Yeah, I have understood, sir. Just for other students, I want from
Yeah,
your horse mouth. See, I'll just
yeah,
add
yeah,
one more thing to this particular case, and then I go to the second one, sir. So there is something
yeah,
called
yeah.
as, in particularly when you take this food business, there is something called as expectation and loyalty. Also, what I felt is
Correct,
in just opposite to your way of thinking, there is one more thinking that that particular food vendor actually he may have one particular item which is liked by everybody. What
correct.
he can do is he can keep that one particular item. He will serve only every week. Weekly once only he
Uh-huh.
will serve, and he will charge premium for that. So as we read
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the pricing strategy in BDM, that is called premium
Uh-huh.
pricing. So
Correct,
everybody
correct.
will be waiting for that Saturday or Sunday or to Wednesday every week. You'll give that particular item. So on
Yeah,
Wednesday,
yeah.
if you give that item, everyone will come and have that item. So
Yes,
basically,
yes.
this data management not only what I feel is we are also into marketing. Actually, MBA subject.
Correct,
This is not a
correct,
data
correct.
management subject. So whatever I have
Yeah.
seen Priyanka madam talking or Rajat talking, most of that is basically how you increase the marketing, how you increase the sales. Okay. So for
No,
the
no, it's not about the sales. That is what I want to say here. I want to interrupt you. This is not a basically depending upon the sale because if you see some of the projects, like they are from different domains. So basically, initially I told you you have to identify the business problem, but depend on the data. Most of the people are going on the sale, right? But it is not something. There are multiple business problem. I'll give you example. I think 2 term before, one student has done a project, right? So what he has done, he has done a project for a big company. Okay, there are multiple costs are coming. Okay, so what is happening in that condition? They are calculating the cost, but the what exactly the figures of sales, profit, and like procurement, raw material cost, it's not matching because there are multiple costs involved in that. Like if you see the cost of operation, cost of transportation, cost of employee, right? Everything is cost of refreshment, cost of traveling. So if you miss any of the things, then your figures will not match down. Then you are getting a loss, right? So this is so here you are seeing there are different operation issues, there are different type of cost involved. So you have to find it out. After then his analysis, after he's done his analysis, he find out like they are calculating every cost, but they are neglecting the refreshment cost, per day refreshment cost they are neglecting. So that is the big cost, like monthly wise if you see it's a huge amount of money they are losing down. So that's why their figures are not matching, they are in the loss. It is showing in the loss and they are not worrying about that because they don't know like this is the cost they are having. Got my point? So here we are not focusing about basically on the business, we are focusing on business problem people are facing on. It's not related to sales or it's not related to purchase as well. I'll give you one more example. So it's a company which is transporting their product to US, right? So they are having a box of 25 kg. So 25 kg box, they are packing their instrument and they are sending it to USA, right? So what is happening? So it's basically a operation issues where what they are doing, they are taking a box and they are not filling the box fully. So what there is still a space of 10 pieces they can put it. So they are not initially they are not finding it is a as a business problem. But when they have done a study, okay, these are the 10 pieces if we'll include in one box, and we are selling 1,000 number of boxes in a month or in a year. So it will the number of quantity will be more. So the transportation cost will reduce, right? So similarly they find out and they have just make a pattern where they are just fixing a maximum that they are utilizing maximum amount of space in the box, and they are transporting, right? So from there they find out like there is a huge difference in the transportation cost, and that huge difference is adding to the profit.
Sure, sir.
Got my
So,
point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice insight, sir. So second one was Mr. J. Ja was speaking regarding the collection of outstandings. Um,
Yeah.
Actually, that is a very big reason, as you are already told us. It's a very big issue for
Uh-huh.
all the businesses. So even
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
whatever business problem I am taking, that is one of my objective.
Okay.
I spoke to one of. See, actually, I am taking my own firm only. I was trying for some other firm.
Okay.
Then later, I decided I'll go with my firm. So it's a partnership firm.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
the statement and all, I mean, I actually what I did was I spoke to one of my partners, just like any other. I thought he's a separate businessman, and I spoke to him. I pitched him this idea, and ultimately he came back and yes, we can do all this. He first initially he was telling, everything. He was telling. No, no, I told I'm just a student now. I don't know anything about the business. What problem you are facing? So that is how I spoke to him, and moreover, we have division of work. So I take care of
Okay.
operations and production, other things, and my brother, my partner, he takes care of business development and finance. So I told him how we can improve our in marketing and in finance. All you please we'll discuss on that. That is how I pitched him, and he has come up with a few
Yeah.
problems which I already know. Still, I
Uh-huh.
thought of getting from his mouth. So one of his
Yeah.
issues he was telling was he feels that the outstanding amount is very high.
Mm-hmm.
Then I
Okay.
spoke to him. Then I went deep inside the data issues, all those things which I normally don't do it. So it has been
Mm-hmm.
found. I mean, it has to be found. It's not yet found yet because data I have not fully seen. So
Mm-hmm.
what I was thinking was in my project it will be like the objective is to validate his observation
Mm-hmm.
and what are the factors contributing to that increase in the credit days. So this is what I am
Yeah. Yeah.
feeling. The outcome
Yeah. So
may
credit
come
is
or
a big
cannot come.
problem.
See,
Yeah. Yeah.
my
Yeah.
main issues are even when we spoke last time with along with Mr. Ashwin when he was there. My main issue is
Mm-hmm.
whether my project can uh, project a positive improvement in the activities which is already being done or not. So, which I am
Mm-hmm.
still unsure.
Mm-hmm.
I can give a I mean, I can give a suggestion or I can give him an information which that business already does not
Yes.
know.
No, they
If
are
they
not
already
aware
think,
of. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so, so one of the point Mr. Ja also told us collection of
Yeah. Yeah.
outstanding. So my way of thinking that is okay. The business owner is saying that there is a problem in the collection. So what I thought of is let us take that issue and analyze the data and then find out
Yeah.
whatever the data says. So I want your
Correct. Correct.
response on that, sir.
Yeah, so basically that is what you need to analyze with the data because what is happening, whatever the insights you are getting, so some insights are coming from the report, right? But some insights are coming from the experience. They are in the market for nearly 10 years, 20 years, so they know more about the data. They don't know like your reports and all. They are not making reports, but from their experience, they know a lot of things from the data. Like they know the patterns, what exactly the patterns are coming, or how it is relating the pattern. So in that condition, if you are pitching in the same way, they'll tell you, okay, this is these things I know. I don't want anything. If you have something new, you can come up, right? So basically, it's a very problematic issue. Like if you are having a single, your dealer and credit points are there because of the competition in the market. So it's a big pinpoint which most of the dealers are facing. So in that condition, what I will suggest is it might be the case, it not be possible, but so similar way, what exactly in the last term we have one project and that a student done a project for a new company, a milk selling company. So basically, what they are doing, they are selling a milk. They are having a some vendor. They are having vendors from there. They are taking a milk and they are selling it. So what exactly they are doing? They are doing a big mistake. That is what I explained to her as well. So what they are depending on a two vendors only, right? So there are two dealers who are supplying. So you can consider them a dealer. They are supplying a milk to the third party, her company. So in case if it has happened, so it's something like a monopoly, right? It's a monopoly where in case if they stop giving her a milk, right? Giving him or her milk from their farm, then his business is stopped. So in that condition, what you have to do, you have to first thing, you don't have to depend upon the single segment. You don't have to go with the monopoly of the vendors. If they are increasing the price, instantly you won't be able to increase the prices to the customers, right? Like Sunday, they are telling, no, no, we'll increase the price to 50 rupees. Then you don't have an option because you can't increase the price to the customer, right? So in that condition, try to just give them a suggestion to switch on a different dealership, right? Different dealership, just try to get, okay, these are the dealerships in your area people are having, what is lagging, what is not there, right? These things are coming from the data. There are some products whose dealership nobody is having. So try to just create a monopoly business with respect to if you are a dealer, so that people will not they'll just wind up with you, right? So in that condition, if they want that product at anyhow, they have to come with you. So along with that, you can just give some other product as well. Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So I'll have others to talk. I have for this discussion this much only, but I have some few
Okay.
questions on my personal project which I'll wait, sir. Once these people finish,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll wait for
Sure,
that.
sure,
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
sure. Yeah, yeah. Sharon Raj, we can take your question. Yeah, Sharon.
Sir. Good afternoon,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Good afternoon.
Actually, I I I got a problem at the time of pitching, like in the
Okay.
time of at the time of collection of data, like uh, I, the person who the
Hmm.
person was a friend of mine. He's a shopping mall vendor.
Okay.
So basically, I wanted the data from him. He said
Hmm.
he's only having the data of last 6 months because every 6 months he will be giving the data to IT department.
Hmm.
So is there any particular thing that we need to have that like uh, data should be of like 1 year or 2 years? Is there anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
So basically, yeah, yeah. I'll touch this point. I missed it. So if you are doing analysis, right? So if you have a data for 1 month, from there you can't able to understand what exactly the pattern is about, right? From 1 month data, you won't be, because there might be the fluctuation in the market in the next month. You don't know that thing. So it is
Yes.
better to have a more data sets. So if you have a more data set, if you train the data, if you compare the data, then you will have a more understanding about what exactly how the business is going on, right?
Yes, sir.
For a subsequent, for a 6 months data, if you have, then you have a different weeks data in that, different days data as well, different months data as well. So you see the trend, how the things are going on. So basically, how much maximum data is possible, the accurate results will come. Like if you are training something, right? Okay. So
Yes.
what is happening? I'll give you example. If I'll give you a task in which you have to do a survey of population in a town, in a village, right?
Yeah.
So, or in a metro cities. So, what exactly is coming out from there? How much results accuracy will coming in different locations? Like if you are going in a small village where population is less, right, and you have a better way to approach the peoples, right? Then it's possible for you to get a good number of data sets, right? That will be more accurate,
Yes, sir.
right? But in case if you are going with a metro cities, then it's possible you are going to your locality itself and you are taking a data and you are just analyzing that, but you don't know about the whole town. So in that condition, what is happening? The results are not much accurate. The similar way, if you want to predict something, if you want to analyze something for with respect to the data, so in that condition, if data sets are more, then you will be able to correlate. Okay, what exactly the trend is coming for 1 year? Is there will be any seasonal changes are happening, or is there will be
Yeah,
any
correct.
patterns are coming there? From there, you can just correlate the things.
Yeah, true, sir.
So that is what my suggestion to all. Try to get at least a 6 months data, because in 6 months you are getting at least a 1 season or 2 season data. Like if you are taking a data for a winter, right? If you are taking a clothing for the winter, if you take a data for only 2 months, it doesn't make any sense, right? Because 2 months, what the sales will be different, and the next year the sales will be different. It might be the case the pattern will be different. So in that condition, you won't be analyzed. So at least 2 season data you have if you want to analyze. Okay.
Yeah. Sir, and
Yeah.
even uh, I even tried to talk with a rice retailer
Mm-hmm.
where he's not the business is not that organized. He just
Okay.
sees the uh, buying and selling buying and selling of the prices. So he's not making many much profit,
Mm-hmm.
and the data is not at all not organized. Like he doesn't make any maintain any records.
Yeah.
So
So
how
for
can
that,
I?
there is activity like there is activity of data cleaning. That is what we told. For unorganized data, you have to do a data cleaning. It's a part of a project because it's obvious. Like there are multiple variables which are not contributing to the business, right? So you have to neglect that variable. You have to do a proper data cleaning. You have to identify, okay, this data is useful for you. With respect to your problem statement, also you have to align the data, you have to clean the data so it will match with your problem statement, right? If you have 100 variables, it doesn't make sense because your problem statement is different. So you have to align your data with respect to your problem statement. You have to clean the
So
data.
what
Yeah,
should be the
yeah.
time period of the data for that? Like because I
No,
have
that is
enrolled
what
in
I
a.
told. That is what I told. The time period of the data is how much maximum is possible.
Acha, like is there any minimum time to have?
A minimum you can just consider at least 6 months of data. At least 6 months. So from there, at least you can get some trend. Otherwise, if it is a 1 month data, it might be your project will be rejected because in 1 month you are not able to identify what exactly is happening.
True,
And
sir.
for a month, and the thing is that as Naresh you told, like if you are having 1 month data, like if you have a very short data, so in that condition, whatever the things you will suggest him, he already know the things. So there is something new is not coming in the which you are able to suggest him or which you can recommend him based on your data. Only thing you can do, you can just take a data and you can just visualize the data in the form of different charts. That's all.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
my
I got.
point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Monica, yeah. Harshil,
Yes, sir. Good
yeah,
afternoon, sir.
yeah, yeah. Good afternoon.
Sir, first of all, a thank you from all the students because these information sessions are really helpful. And this is the
Yeah,
first time I'm doing this kind of project. So I
great.
have a lot of doubt, but it is a very trivial doubt. I saved it till the end because I did not want it to disturb everyone. Sir,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is related to timeline. So I understood that I can only submit in within specific timelines of each month. So
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
starting project submission has first timeline, the midterm has another timeline, and then the final submission has another timeline. So I can
Mm-hmm.
only submit in those dates. My question is that because I have university exams in December, so I think I
Mm-hmm.
won't be able to look at my project exclusively. So what I'm
Mm-hmm.
confused is if I submit my initial project statement, problem statement proposal in November timeline, which is first to
Mm-hmm.
1 to 5 of November, and then I
Mm-hmm.
submit my midterm in January timeline. So is it possible?
Yeah, yeah. Harshil, we have already answered this in emails, a lot of emails you sent, but I'll repeat this one more time. So basically, there is no restriction from our side. What we are recommending you, if you are registered for this term, right? So at
Yes.
least give a proposal. At least give a proposal so you will come to know, okay, your business problem is valid or not, right? So if your business problem is valid,
Sir, you are on mute, sir.
yeah, yeah, sorry. So basically, what we'll suggest, you can, if you are putting a proposal, then you come to know, okay, this is what the project on which you are working on, it's a business problem, right? So in that condition, what you can do, you can get a sufficient time, right? Because you have to submit a midterm report. So you will get a sufficient time to collect the data. And in case if it is possible, you will get a data for 6 months. Because you are waiting for a couple of months, 1 to 2 months data extra, you can get it. So that is what I suggest you all. Just try to, if you are not continuing with the same term, just try to put a proposal. Right. In meanwhile, you can just get a time to interact with the vendors, interact with the company. You'll get more insights. From there, you can get a more number of data. So this is what you can do the exercise. Don't waste the time.
Yes, sir, because I was thinking just submitting my
Yeah, yeah.
proposal this term so that I can exclusively see on the midterm and final term in the next January.
Yes, yes, yes.
That is what I was confused about. Thank you, sir.
Fine. So, as Kirti, we'll go one by one. Yeah, Deepak, we can go one by one. As Kirti,
Hello, sir. Yeah.
Deepak, you can
Am I
raise
audible,
your
sir?
hand. You can, Deepak, you can raise your hand. Yeah, yeah, you are good. Yeah. So we'll take your question. Yeah, as Kirti, tell me.
Yeah, sir. So I have uh, approached a person who actually runs a business on sari pleating. So she pre-pleats the sari and provide to the customer before any
Okay.
functions or
Mm-hmm.
anything. So that
Mm-hmm.
problem, that is the problem she's facing is regarding social media marketing.
Okay.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so that is her problem. So that can be considered as the project for this PDM
So in
type
that
of project.
condition, what you can do, Kirti, she is selling the sarees, right, with the different functions. She's knitting it and these things. So because in that condition, there might be the possibilities she's not able to sell 1 to 2 sarees in a month, right? Or there might be the situation she can sell more also. So from there, you can get a
No,
data
no.
for, yeah,
She is
yeah.
actually pleating the sari so that they can wear it. It's
Uh-huh.
like ready to wear during the function. Though, so the customer provides her the saris, and she pleats them, and
Okay,
then
okay, got
she
it. Oh.
give it to the customer before the functions.
So in that condition, what you can do, because here the data is very less, you can take a data, whatever he is having, and ask her to take the contact with the customer, right? So from there, what you can collect a primary data with respect to the feedback of the customers, right? So
That's what I was
feedback
thinking.
about,
Taking the
correct,
survey
correct,
through Google Forms, and then we
correct.
can find out something out of it. But
Yeah,
actually, she has
yeah, yeah.
around 60 to 50 customers only till now. So whether those
Uh-huh.
data will be sufficient for any predictions and recommendations?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, what I will do as a special case in this condition, because the market reach is less, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you can just do two things you can do, right? There are a pricing thing you can do, how much she is
Yeah.
pricing and how much others are pricing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like if a company is stitching something in that condition, how much they are doing, if they are doing some post processing on the clause, so how much they are charging, right? So from there, you can just do the analysis and you can find it out. Okay, this is what the rates. So this is one point which she can focus with the customer. So I'm taking a quite lesser prices in respect to the other vendors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing is that in that location, how much these type of peoples are there who are doing the same work, right? So she can understand the market, right? Okay, what exactly the market is there. So there are some places where you don't find a cluster of these services. There she can just pitch it down, right? So you can she can able to broaden her area. She can able to attract more customer with his work, right? The other thing,
Yeah.
you can take a data from the survey that you can analyze, and you can just see what exactly the pattern of a variable is coming from there. What exactly the customer is looking for? Are they
Mm-hmm.
satisfied, and what extra they are looking for them from them? What are the pinpoints they are facing? So she can collaborate with the different vendors for resolving the issues.
Mm-hmm.
Got
Okay.
it?
She has one more problem regarding social media
Mhm.
marketing, how to market more in social media. So, what I was thinking is we can ask the same questions which they are expecting, the customers are expecting, and those things she can put it on Instagram. Like these services
Yeah,
also we
the
are providing.
testimonials they can put. Yeah, yeah. Testimonials from the customers they can put. It is a good thing. Yeah.
Okay, okay, thank you, sir. That's was my question.
Okay. Yeah, Devang is
Hello.
not there. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, I went to a food chain outlet that is outside my campus.
Mm-hmm.
It's a chai sutta bar franchise. So I
Okay.
went to him and I asked him for some. I told him about the project and asked him about this business problem that he could have. So he
Mm-hmm.
told me two problems. That first, that most of his customers are the students of the campus. Two, three campuses
Okay.
are around, and the campuses are outside the town. So the local population is not really coming to his store. So whenever
Mm-hmm.
these vacations, end term vacations, and all these things happen, so he at that time his business sales dips drastically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Correct.
second thing he told that when that his sales are still not as much as he expected. Means
Mm-hmm.
not many students are aware about his outlet, and he also does this delivery thing, but still he's not able to market it very well.
Mm-hmm.
So now, sir, I was thinking that now what can I do? What next? I just had one meeting with him, one casual meeting
Okay.
recently.
Mm-hmm.
So can you suggest something, sir, for further?
Yeah, so in that condition, what you can do with respect to the business, basically there is a shop outside IT as well. So what exactly initially I was usually visiting there. So it's a restaurant shop. So what is happening? There is a huge dip in the vacation season, right?
Yes.
So he's not getting a business, but nearby a lot of companies are also there, right? So I suggested him just not to focus on a particular category of customers, right? He's totally depending upon the IIT student, right? So in a vacation time, they are going home and it is totally a stopped business. So after
Yes.
then, I told him just try to publicize your restaurant to nearby companies. Like there is a TCS, there is some more IT companies are there. Just try to focus on that so that because if you are getting a wider range of customers in your shop, then it will be a ongoing process. Your business will not be stopping at a particular peak time or a small time, right?
Yes.
So he approached later he because his prices are pretty competitive and it's less. So I told just try to put some banner or something there in near the software company so they'll come to know about you and they'll come. So initially he has done this exercise for 2 months and after then he is getting a lot of people from there from companies and these people are regular because they are from the company. If they are in the same company, they should have to come here itself. So that is what he has done. So same in the similar way, if you think about for your business also, like how he has to, because he is focusing on basically on the student, right? It's something like some centric point business where he's focusing on particular targeted customers which are not available at particular domain. So he need to expand his customer base. Like instead of depending upon the student, he can just expand it to different domains, different companies. He'll just go publicize this. He'll just put some events there, right? So in that condition, he can just expand it more.
Okay, sir. And sir, what kind of data
Got it?
can I collect from? What kind of data can
Yeah,
I
so
collect?
basically you see the business pattern. In his business pattern, as we are discussing with Naresh ji also, like there might be the cases there is a different menus, but we don't know. So in the similar cases in this condition also there might be the cases some other customers are also coming, right, from different companies. So from they can contact him and they can just take their contact number. They can just send him the menus and ask him to share with with their colleagues. So from there you'll know whether it is a only single point customer or there is a multiple customer segments which are coming to his business.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, Rishabh.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah.
So, sir, actually, in last semester, I had sent a mail to you, and it was
Uh-huh.
regarding the rejection of my final submission. So, the
Mm-hmm.
problem was related to a steel industry, and you mentioned that you will have a one-on-one discussion on this because I had some
Mm-hmm.
doubts regarding the overall content of the this final submission. Because I got this comment from the TA that there are some content that is not required there, but the same I
Okay.
saw in the project which was shown as a shining example in one of the videos.
Okay, so what you can do, because it's from the last term, I didn't remember it. You just
Yes.
drop me your midterm report and proposal. So I'll just go through it and I'll give you some feedbacks in the mail itself.
So midterm reports, sir, or the final submission, because the final one
Your
was
final submission is rejected or it's so
uh,
you attach all the things. You initially I need to see what exactly the problem statements you are dealing with. So you submit a proposal midterm and rejected this thing, and along with that you can just share the reviewer's comment.
yes, yes. Okay.
Okay,
So
email.
okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay. Yeah, Priyanka, we'll come to your question now. Yeah, tell me.
Hello, sir. Sir, I
Yeah,
I
tell me.
shared my situation with you about the MR thing that I'm trying to work on. So I have not submitted
Uh-huh.
anything yet. So should
Okay.
I give you once again, or you remember the Ayurvedic medicine data I
Yeah.
tried to?
So basically, what was your question? I able to recall your problem. What was your question? What you want to know?
So initially, when I
You.
asked him, the problem they seem to be facing is more like a marketing related problem, which is like
Mm-hmm.
the competition is doing better because they are offering better goodies to the doctors and all those kind of things. And the one their most of their products are like immunity booster, or omega 3 supplements and all those kind of supplements. So they just go hand in hand all through the year. There is nothing nothing trend that this disease came up, so the sales of these immunity booster went high or something like that. They are just ongoing, like a health supplement, you can call them. They just have one this seasonal medicine which they say is antiviral supplement,
Mm-hmm.
which sells mostly during the month of August, September and October, when it is rainy and the change of season is there. So that is one product that they have, which is
Mm-hmm.
the so when I ask them the problem, according to them, they have no problem. Yeah, they know that this is their one product which sells, and they're just going on. It is just going on. So coming on to your
Okay.
other suggestion, which you said about the broader perspective, which I could analyze like in terms of medicine expiry and operations of
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
storing. But I'm not sure, because I tried to get into that angle of that how you're storing the medicines. That is altogether a very different division, which I'm not sure that he also did not have any idea about it, that how they're managing and what is actually going on. So he's on the field job, he's a MR. So what
Okay.
information I could get from his point is, basically he just shared the sales data, what medicine is being sold. So I have like 3 months data, and on top of that, he's handling one region. So what he could do best is, like, I can get a data from different regions for the same medicines is what I can have. So now my issue is,
Mm-hmm.
since the problem seemed to be like more of a marketing related problem, and I cannot get the competition data or anything. So what exactly, how should I broadly specify the problem statements? So the sales seem to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
very consistent, and also the data is for 3 months. So I can get for this year the star medicine that they talk about, that sells mostly during July, August. So there is one medicine, but I
Mm-hmm.
have no comparative analysis. So I am not clear how to frame the problem, or what should, how to go about it.
Okay. So yeah, yeah. So in that condition, what you have to see, you have to look on the services, right? Because basically, Ayurveda is something which people are. It's trending after COVID, but before COVID, it was not much trending, right? So because everybody want a fast recovery, right?
Mhm.
And it is a slow recovery. So in that condition, what he has to do, right? The first thing is that it's required is a marketing, right? The other thing is that he required is to bring up the new services. right? So in that condition, what is there? If a company is providing some supplements or something like that, so this is basically interaction. What exactly the MRs are doing? It's basically a communication between the doctor, right? It's
Yes.
between the companies, right?
Yes.
So in that condition, what they'll ask, like they'll ask some suggestions from the doctor. Okay, so these are the services other people are doing. In case they are having some specialized services that therapy services and all, right? So in that condition, what he can do, like if he want to increase the business of the company, right? He want to find out the biggest problem, because if he run in the same pattern, the time come after 1 year or 2 years, he has to stop the business. So for expanding the business, he need to expand the services, right? So
Okay.
that is what he need to consult with the doctor. Okay, these are the services you are providing. What about the other services, right? And what are the things needed for the services? So in case if it is there, he'll take input from the doctor, and that input he'll communicate to the company. So these doctors, he'll collect a data because he is interacting with multiple doctors. So he
Okay.
indirectly he'll getting what exactly he'll get. He'll get a feedback, and he'll get a suggestions from them what exactly they are looking for, because
Okay. So by
might be the
service,
cases they are taking.
what I understand, are you trying to say like maybe I can suggest something that they can partner with some Ayurvedic centers which
Yeah.
can offer
Yes,
physiotherapies
yes,
or massages and treatments, holistic treatment,
correct,
something of that sort.
correct.
Otherwise, directly selling the
Yeah,
supplements.
yeah, yeah. Because if
Okay.
they are selling a supplement, it's like a common thing, and we are having a lot of platforms, online platforms as well.
Yes.
So what
Yes.
people are doing, they are just going to the doctors, they are just taking the medicine prescription, and they are taking from online. So the
Mm-hmm.
existence is very difficult. Sustainability is very difficult, like for a longer term. So what for
Yes.
increasing the sustainability, they have to be in the market with a different field. Like if you see Swiggy and Zomato, right? What they have done initially, they are just come up with only the food delivery. Now they are coming with Instamart also. They are providing groceries, right? And after then they'll come with the delivery services as well. So for existing in the market, you have to expand in a different domain. That you have to think. So that will come
Oh,
from the end user, from the doctors and all. They'll get a feedback. Okay, these are the things we are having, right? So from there, they'll get
mhm.
a suggestion and they'll communicate to the company.
So for my problem
Got it?
statement, what I can do is the current whatever data I have, I can do an analysis on that and recommendations. Maybe
Yes,
I
yes.
can see that how to broaden the horizon and how to increase
Yeah, yeah.
market presence and things
So
like
you
that.
can just futuristic aspects of the
Awesome.
business like that you can do, and but you need to just show like what are the trends you are, what are the feedbacks in terms of the data, and why you are like if you are suggesting something, why you are suggesting something. It should become from the
Mm-hmm.
data as well, from the
Mm-hmm.
communication data, whatever he is just doing from with the doctor. Either he can just take a Google form entry, so he can have a multiple suggestions from there, right? And that you can document it, and you can see, okay, these are the variables which is quite useful. These are the variables which is not useful. So that useful variable they can focus on.
Mm-hmm. All
Sir,
right,
if
sir.
I
Got
Thank
it?
may
you very
Yeah.
interpret,
yeah.
sir, if I can interpret,
Yeah, yeah. Sure, sure. No problem.
interrupt. Sir, regarding the
Yeah.
Priyanka's problem, sir, actually we have to take the firm only, no, sir. Medical representative is only an employee of that firm. He will have very little part to play in the whole of the firm. So that issue is not an issue, sir.
Basically, what is happening? Basically, what is happening? If it is a big firm, right? If it is a big firm like a pharmaceutical company, then it is fine. They don't have an approach to the higher management. But if it's a, because in Ayurveda, what is happening? It's not recently. It's not a very big companies we are which are working on. So they have accessibilities with the higher authorities. They can give us suggestions. So this is what we are communicated from the doctor ends, and this is what is required with respect to the customers.
No, my
Because
question
if it
is
is a big,
No, my question is, as a BDM project student, what is the insights we can give for them with only a basic data where one MR, as per Priyanka, they are having so many centers and there are so many people, and MR is only related to a marketing department for a small area. The entire
yes, yes,
firm
yes.
actually, as per you, which you told also, like how the packaging is done, how storage is
No,
done, all those things
that is,
she cannot get the data. different departments are
No,
there
that is
at
what
that time.
she's telling. That is what she's telling, that he is able to provide the data from a different region as well. So if it is the case, then she will able to understand the pattern as well. Okay, this location we are having a more customers for the Ayurveda, and this customer it is quite less.
Okay.
She's getting that is what she told. He is ready to provide the data from different regions as well.
Okay. So as we can ultimately come back with what? Okay. So no issues. I just want to
Yeah,
give that
yeah.
suggestion whether we can go for individual person or only firm we have to go.
Individual person going is very difficult because whenever he is visiting, it's not possible to interacting with the customers, right? So what he can for every customers, because there is a different time variation, the customers are coming, so he can't wait for a longer time, and he can wait for the customers directly. So what he can do, whenever he is meeting with the doctor, he can take a suggestion from him, like because doctors have an idea and they are only suggesting to the customers.
Okay, sir. No issues.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think Priyanka, it's clear. I think.
Yes, sir. I will have a look at the data and do it with another perspective now.
Yeah,
Thank
first you check the data. First you check the data, what exactly is coming out from there, and
you. Yes.
after then you can just put a proposal with the different aspects. Like it is the case, like you can just give this data, this as a problem statement as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Monica.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Sorry for the inconvenience caused because of me.
No
The
problem.
mic was not working.
No problem.
Sir, I wanted to ask. I have submitted a project proposal regarding an electrical appliances trading firm, and the
Okay.
firm is facing this issue since last 3 4 years. That it's in a small town, so.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the e-commerce things, now the e-commerce things has reached to the remote places in India as well. So the
Mm-hmm.
profit margins have been reduced.
Correct. Correct. Mm-hmm.
What should be the approach to analyze this data?
What is the firm is all about? It's basically e-com, like it's a grocery shop or
No, no,
what exactly?
it sells electrical appliances.
Okay. Yeah. So what they have to do right now, basically, because if you see in next 2 to 3 years, there will be the possibilities the e-commerce market will be a dominating market, right? So you can see in that condition what he has to do. He has to collaborate with some e-commerce portal as well, because he already have a like commodities or whatever the instruments are there. So if he focus on the offline market only, right? So he's like restricting his domain. So what he has to do, right? If you see the this GeoMart, what exactly they are doing? They are contacting a local shops. They are putting a board of Geo shop, and they are just taking in case if the order is coming, they are taking a commodity from that particular shop, and they are just giving it to the customer, right? So
Okay.
basically, in that condition, what is happening? If he is collaborating with the e-portal for like e-commerce also, he is getting a two type of business: the primary business from the customer, and the secondary business from the websites and so on, e-commerce websites. So at least he is able to sustain in the market in case if the saturation will come and people will go with the e-commerce itself. They are not going with the this thing. Other thing he can just do, basically, in a small town, people are mostly reliable on the shops to get a services, right? If my fan is not
Yes.
working, I'll go to him. And I can ask him, like, my fan is not working. Can you send some person who can just repair the fan? So in that condition, he need to collaborate with the different peoples or the different technicians, so that he can do the services. So he will come to the services as well, with respect to, like, in case if some mishappening is happening with respect to electrical issues and all. He can just provide the services. He can just ask the technician and just provide the services to the concerned person, right? Or
Uh,
to the
the
household.
business is already into this service thing
Okay.
actually.
Huh.
Even the
Huh.
mixer, grinder, microwave, OTG repairs, that also
Huh.
he's
Huh.
doing right now. So
Okay.
that's the
Okay.
main USP. So can it be done like this that the services thing can be promoted with the sales?
Yes, yes. With the sales, he can promote. Like
Okay.
what he can do. What he can do. One more thing. It click in my mind. So basically, a company services are there, right? Company services is company warranty is there for 1 year. So what he can do when he is selling the product, he can just pitch to the customer. In case after 1 year, for a 6 months,
Okay.
he will give the warranty. For a
Yeah.
6 months, he will give the warranty for repair.
Yeah.
So it will be helpful for him to attract the customer. So the effective warranty is one for a 1 year and 6 months, which
Okay.
he is
So
not getting from the online portal and all.
yeah, the kind of extended
Yeah,
warranty you get from online
correct,
portals.
correct,
Okay.
correct,
Okay.
correct. Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
one more question I wanted to ask, is the TA which is assigned in the proposal phase, does that TA work with you throughout the project?
No, no, no. That is what we are having a good policy in which your one report is not evaluated with the same TA. But
Okay, okay.
when you are submitting the midterm, the TA will be able to see the previous TA's comments. So
Okay.
he'll just come to know what exactly the problems in your previous report and whether it is rectified or not. And after that, he'll give a suggestion from his end.
Okay. So
So
till then,
we don't have a same TA for all the reports.
okay. So till 10th of October, I have to wait for the proposal to get accepted.
Proposal, yeah, timeline is up to 10, but we are trying because we are getting a lot of proposal now. 2,500 plus students are there.
Okay.
So, what exactly we are trying? We are trying to finish the proposal by officially deadline is 10, but we are
Okay.
trying to complete it by 9 so that at least one day you can get it. In case if your proposal is accepted, you can submit a midterm. And if it is not possible, it is rejected. If possible, some minor revision, you can do a minor revision and just prepare for the next cycle. So
Sure.
in that condition, if it is rejected, you don't have an option. You have a next cycle only.
Yeah.
But in case if it is accepted, you have a chance to modify your midterm report as per the comments, and you can submit it. Yeah.
Oh,
So we are trying. Mostly, it will be we are trying for a officially it is for 10. The problem what exactly we are facing last moment submission, right? So last moment submission, people are submitting on the fifth only. We are getting a huge submission
yes.
up to fifth.
Even I did
From
that.
one to fifth we are not getting, but at the last 1 hour we are getting whole submission. So effectively, if they are continuously submitting, it will be evaluated continuously. But at the last moment, people are submitting, it will be quite difficult because of a large number of proposals and other submissions as well.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
So yeah, yeah, Ravi
Hi, sir. Am
Teja,
I audible?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sir, my question is regarding submission. Can I do my midterm submission and final term submission in the same month?
If it is accepted, you can do it. We don't have any issues.
Okay. And one more thing, if I miss to submit in the same month and if I make midterm submission on November and final term submission on December, will I have Viva on December itself? I'm asking this because this term ends in December 24th and Viva starts from December 25, right? So,
Yeah, yeah. So basically, the thing is that Ravi. So if your proposal is accepted, if your final report is accepted, you can able to give the Viva. It's not like that. If your final submission is accepted and you will not able to give the Viva, you can give you are able to
oh,
book the slots and you are able to give the Viva
oh, okay.
in the same month itself.
December,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in December, I can. Okay, that's
Yes, yes. Srejan.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sir, I have my midterm submission has been accepted. The query which I had is,
Mm-hmm.
as per rubrics, it's mentioned that there are certain topics which you have to show in the final project report. But I wanted to know if we should attach things such as a letter from organization and some things which you mentioned in midterm, like letter of organization or the store pictures, all these things. Why am I asking is, my report is
Mm-hmm.
going over 20 pages. Like since there is a hard stop on 20, So I need to rearrange
Hmm.
certain things, and if it is not necessary, I would like to emit this letter of organization and things like store pictures, because which
No,
it has
Sajal,
already
what you
been.
can do,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So what you can do, you don't have to put all the things in the report. If it is a
Okay.
big images, if it's a letter from the organization, you just try to put in the drive and just share the link.
Okay, sir.
It is fine for us.
So that will be like you will be requesting for it, is it? Something like that, like to share everything?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
you can share the things. You can share the things in the drive and just
okay.
the drive link you can share in the report itself with the
Okay,
access
okay.
option.
Okay, okay. In that case, I would do this, sir. I would share all my code which I used and template, everything I think I can attach
All
in
the
that.
images you can put. Yeah, yeah. Everything you can put it there. Your data also you can put it there. So in case if somebody want to verify the data, they can check it from there. That's
Yes,
it.
sir. Sure, sir. That would be, I'll do that, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
please,
Raj.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes, sir. Sir, I'm my proposal has been accepted, and currently I'm working
good.
on midterm. So
Hmm.
I'm not exactly getting what to do, write in analysis method.
Okay. So analysis method, you have to. I think I have given a hand sketch in the document folder.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So there you have to do. You have to find it out. Okay, if you are taking a data, right?
Yes, sir.
You have proposed something in the proposal. These are the techniques you are going to apply. So
Yes, sir.
from the analysis process, you have to explain like how you have done the data cleaning, right? What are the approaches you are using, why you are using, and what are the outcomes. These things you have to explain in the this particular section.
Okay, sir. Like
It's a
from
midterm, no? Detailed
yeah,
analysis. Detailed analysis.
yeah, yes, sir. And
Uh-huh.
also, sir.
So these things.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then go ahead.
I was also get feedback from that my title was not good, so I can change in midterm that.
Yeah, you can change the midterm, but you have to put at the last, at comment at the last that as for the suggestion from the previous reviewer, I am changing the title.
Okay, sir. And sir, one more thing.
Hmm.
I'm working on a medical shop. So the
Hmm.
main problem is inventory management. Because in medical shop there are more than thousand numbers of vast types of products. So it is not easy to
Hmm.
know what exactly are trending. So when I pitched to the shop, he told me I know some of the top medical what products are selling. You just find out what
Hmm.
exactly in the middle of and last, so I can manage the inventory. Yeah. So for that, I have collected approx 3 to 4 months data. Is that okay?
Yeah, that should be fine. For medical shop, it should be fine
Because
because you have expiry date of nearly 6 months, 1 year.
yes, sir.
So
Yes.
3 to 4 months data is fine, but try to get at least 6 months. That is what I have told previously also. If possible, it is fine.
Okay, sir. And one more thing, like I don't have to go through the monthly analysis because he said his work, his shop is since 20 years. He know what exactly problem for monthly.
Yeah.
So he just say you don't have to go through that. So is that okay?
Yeah. That is fine, but you can just ask him, request him, sir. You can, if you are giving the data, then I can, might be the cases you are missing something, right? Missing some of the costs. That is what I told with the previous example where they are not calculating the refreshment cost and transportation thing, right? So there might be there might be some cases they are having this thing and something will come out from the data that you can just suggest him.
Okay, sir. I will do it.
Already he will be selling you.
Recommendation.
Already he will be selling you the. Already he is giving you the data right for 3 months.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then from there you can just make some analysis, but try to get something which he don't know, because as per the experience they know a lot of things, but with respect to data, how you can come up with some new things which might be useful for them, because they have a lot of expectation. If you are going with a small shops, they have a lot of expectation from you, right? Because you are telling based on the data, you can just give up something. So at least just try to communicate something which might be useful for them.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hari Haran.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I submitted my proposal and midterm, even and the final one in the previous semester, and the final one got rejected. Okay, and I picked up one of the agriculture a farmer who is cultivating sugarcane for the past several years, and I picked up his complete 1 year expenses, the income and expenses from the previous crop, and I generated the report. Okay, and in the final report, like I have mentioned few points, like there is the sugar can per ton cost is like 2,755 rupees, and this was fixed by the government. It's called a FPR price. FRP price. It's called a fair remunerative price. Okay, and then the cutting that is for it's 2,755 rupees per ton, and the farmer has paid almost 950 rupees per ton for the cutting of sugarcane. So I have attached a proper bill for this. Actually, the bill is in Tamil. Actually, like that's the only issue I can foresee. And I have given that, like the almost that 90% of the expenses are like straight away goes to the cutting charge. So hence it's advised to follow the cultivation which supports the machinery, which we can utilize the machinery to cut the sugarcane or something like that. But in the comment, they written like you have written someone else's recommendation as like your recommendation, something like that. Someone else's finding as your findings. This FRP is like it's not someone else's finding. And then one more point is like
what I will suggest is, can you send me your report as well as this thing, your reports as well as the comments.
Oh, okay. So actually, like one more question here is like for the variety they have cultivated is called the Coimbatore. The number is 86032, something like this. The variety name, the sugarcane variety name.
Okay.
And even for benchmarking, whether I can recommend the jaggery preparation, whether this variety supports the jaggery preparation or not. For those purpose, I pulled out some examples from the Agriculture University recommendations. So is it allowed? This is not someone else's finding?
So what I'll suggest, this is basically there are two type of analysis you are doing here. So one is a like qualitative analysis you are asking for, and one is a quantitative analysis. Quantitative is based on the data, what you are giving suggestion. But this part, whatever you are showing, it's a qualitative analysis where you are taking some references and you are imputing the data. You are imputing some suggestions, or you are finding some suggestions from that qualitative analysis. It is fine. If you are,
yeah, okay, sir. I will send it. I may need to send all the 3 documents along with you and write the full description about it in today's mail. Shall I send it to you directly?
Yeah. No, you can send me directly and CC Ashwin also. Ashwin.
Okay. Sir.
Right. You. So you all will just try to send a mail and CC either. If you are sending to Ashwin, just CC me, or just either you are sending to me or just CC Ashwin. Don't send a separate emails to us, because we are getting a lot of emails per day, and if one person sends two emails individually, then it will be quite difficult for us to address the problem.
Okay, sir. So, and one more question is like I'll wrap it up quickly. That recommendations for the recommendations, I've attended various trainings. I visited like a lot of model farms, and I spent like a little bit of time to explain, because even to convince the farmer, I just have to give him a lot of facts about like how can we reduce the cost, how the natural farming is a kind of sustainable farming for long run. So I have given like the enough recommendations there, and is it like they are saying you have to give more importance to results than the recommendations, something like that. But result will take another 1 year for me to just to implement something and get the results from the farmer. It will take another 1 year or something like that. And so in this case, how do I proceed further here, sir?
No, so what you can do in the problem-solving approach, you can just. I think you are in a final submission phase, right? So I don't think these things should be mentioned. But what you can just do mention are two things in the report, that you are doing a qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis based on based on the previous experience, or the models which are already developed. These models which take time, because once we are implementing these models on the field, it will take time, a year or 6 months to grow the crops, and then we are able to find it out. So these things you can implement it there. You can just clearly define, because there might be the cases people will not understand because you are not explaining them via direct communication. You are explaining them on the write up. So in case if something is missing in the write up, it will create a confusion. You got my point?
Right, sir. Okay.
So this is a good thing. This is a good thing. You are just finding a qualitative ways to increase the crop yield, and you are providing a suggestions based on the models. But it's fine. But along with that, your report will solely not depend upon the second. This is what a secondary data is about, right? Because you are taking some other models and you are going to implement it. These models are not developed by you, right? So this is what when it is when these models are implemented and results will come, and that results whatever you are getting from there, it's the primary data. So this is what secondary data you are taking, but it should not be, your report should not be based on this particular data. These are your you are doing analysis on secondary data. Along with that, you have a primary data, so it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the added benefit. I'm
Yeah,
not neglecting yeah.
yeah, my primary data is like I have like the 1 year of experience. I cleaned it up and I segregated this into various buckets called essential value, essential value added, essential non-value added, essential can be reduced. Like that, I am just segregating into various buckets actually. Just like that it can be reduced, cannot be reduced. It's essential. It's a value added like that. I just segregated it. For example, like the weed management will happen like throughout the year. The farmer has written it in his notebook in several places, but I consolidated it and I put it into only one bucket. And similarly,
No problem. You can just send. You can just share me the report. I'll look into it.
Okay,
and after then, I'll just broadly I understand what exactly your problem is all about. But I'll just go through the report and comments, and I'll just give you some feedbacks.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Deepak.
Sir, Naren last, sir.
Yours is after Deepak.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Huh. Okay. Chatbot, it's not possible for me to reply Deepak right now. So you drop a mail better. Right? You can drop a mail. Yeah, Naren. Naren,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So far, we have been. I mean, whatever we have discussed.
If it is a long discussion, we can just finish. Muskan is there.
No, this is.
She's the last one.
Yeah, no issue, sir. It's not a long discussion. Basically, I just started. Whatever we
Okay,
are
no problem.
doing, maybe it is for knowledge, but ultimately it is for the marks and the grades we are getting, sir. So I have a few questions on that. So first thing is, see, if I submit my proposal and it got accepted, but I got lesser marks due to various reasons, can I resubmit the same proposal?
No. So basically, because if we have 2,500 plus students, everybody will do the same exercise, then it will take a year for us to evaluate the same thing. So basically, we have a 20% weightage of proposal. So if you are not doing well in the proposal, try to just modify the things in the midterm, which have more percentage. And after then, the highest percentage is of Viva, right? So it's something like a structure we have in a similar pattern. So there is no provision. You can modify it and submit the proposal again. This is only possible in case if you are doing some other business, and in case if you are not getting a data from the business, he neglected, no, we will not give the data furthermore, and you have to change the business problem itself, then only we are allowing it. For that also we need a proof like okay, this person has neglected to giving the data, and after then you have to switch up the business. So there is no provision. If it is accepted with the less marks or with the more marks, you have to accept it, right?
So, yeah, I understood. Just clarification
Yeah,
question.
no
That's
problem.
right. It's very important.
No problem.
Ultimately, we are all working for the marks only.
Correct.
So,
Yeah, I understood.
Yeah. So, second thing is regarding this problem solving approach, 400 words are suggested, sir. But I'm not able to get that much 400 words. So, how to go about it, sir? That's why I asked that little marks.
It
Maybe
is
I'll
fine.
get marks in problem approaching. I have not yet submitted. Because of that, I did not submit. My proposal was ready, but I was waiting for this meeting before submitting. So
problem solving approach, what you have to do, you have to write a detail, right? how you are going to like. I think previously Hariharan asked me question. So he is analyzing the project in two ways, right? One is a qualitative and one is a quantitative. So in problem solving approach, you can write what are the ways you are going to. It's basically a qualitative and quantitative analysis. And if it is a quantitative analysis, what are the approaches you are going to use? So it is not hard and fast. The same approaches you have mentioned, you are going to implement it. It's in a proposal. You are just giving an overview. Okay, this is what when you are going to some company, they'll ask you about your brief introduction. So you are giving some brief introduction, but there is a long story about you as well, right? So that you have to write in a subsequent. So in a proposal, you have to give a briefly. You have to explain. Okay, these are the approaches I will be going to use in my project based on the data. So if it is like if yeah,
Please go
so
ahead,
if
sir.
it is
Sorry.
so if it is little bit lesser also, like if we have mentioned of 400 words. So plus minus 50 words, it's fine. If it is too less, then it will be a problem.
Yeah, because problem solving approach is having the out of 100 marks, it
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
highest marks we are giving.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, yeah. So basically, we are focusing on. There are two things we are focusing on the proposal. Most of the things are based on your proposal problem statement. That is the first thing we are focusing. If it is not at all problem statement, your report will be rejected. And the other thing is that how you are going to pitch the problem. What are the strategies you are having while sorting out the issues and while you are processing the data or post processing the data.
Yes, sir. There is, sir, one more question I am having, sir. This
Yeah,
regarding
yeah,
the
yeah.
submission. See, you have given PDF and Word format. So it should be in similar format. Like first page is that IIT Institute logo is there, your name, roll number. That
Yes,
first
yes.
page is compulsory, no, sir? It's I can cut and paste
It's
that.
not compulsory. It's not compulsory. That is why we have given you a Word format also. It's not compulsory. But if you are presenting something, it should be in a presentable way, right?
Yeah. So I'll
It
put the
should be
one
in a
banner.
presentable way.
So I can use that,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
sir. Whichever you are given, the
Yeah, you
same
can
thing I
use.
can use. Wherein,
Correct, correct. You can download the same thing. First
yeah,
two pages you can make it same. Declaration page you make it same, and after then you can add your things in a headings, whatever I have provided.
yeah, and the name and roll number, if it is not there, it is just rejected. So can I give
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
name and roll
It's
number in that first page itself, or should I
first page itself. First page.
yeah,
First page is there. Na? Their option is their name and roll number. There you
yeah,
can
yeah,
put your name and roll
yes,
number.
yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Above the logo you are given, sir. So okay,
So basically, there are three things which is applicable for the desk rejection. The first thing is missing name and roll number, and the other thing is your declaration statement. So these are
what?
the two things you have to focus more on.
So declaration statement is that second page, sir. Which is
Second page.
okay.
Yeah.
Declaration statement, and three things you told, sir.
Yes, yes.
Desk rejection, three things. Just now.
No, no, two things only. I have counted roll number, name as a separate entity. Name, roll
Okay.
number, and
Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. No issues, sir. Okay. I think mine is ready. Sir, regarding that
Okay.
problem statement, I thought I'll discuss in the last. After Deepak Kumar finishes, I will just again come back, sir. Sorry.
Maybe you can just write to me about the this thing because problem statement might be the confidential and we are recording session and we are putting it online.
Sure, sir. Sure,
So
sir.
as for the court,
Sure,
yeah,
sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you very much for the session, sir.
yeah.
I'll wait until
Okay.
others finish and then we'll
Sure,
close. I will not ask more questions now.
sure,
Thank you.
sure. No problem. Yeah, Mushkan. Muskan
Good
Jain.
mo- Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good
Sir,
afternoon. Tell me.
I approached a school business and they provided me
Mm-hmm.
data of class 12 of two different years. But sir, I
Okay.
couldn't infer anything from the data. And
Uh-huh.
when I asked them about the problems were
Mm-hmm.
mostly related to fees and TC. So, sir,
Okay.
should I approach another business or should I ask for more data?
Fees and TC. Fees and TC in the sense the fees charges whatever they are taking from the students or what exactly it is about.
So
Fees of what?
Sir, parents don't pay.
Okay, so delay in a fees.
Yes, sir, delay in the fees.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah, you can just check. Basically, you can check what are the like. Today, I have told you a lot of things, right? So just try to check from these things what are the things you can map it down. What are the problem statement, and then again go go and interact with them. So these are the possible things in your school is happening, and there might be some issues for this. Just try to do some homework and just have an interaction again. You just go and try to interact with them one more time and just try to find it out.
okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
So
sir.
basically from today's session, I have told you a lot of things. There might be the case previously you didn't discuss these things at all. Try to map, try to do homework, try to map the things, try to map the variables like people are doing in case studies or in finding the criminals. The same pattern you can make in a board, and after then you can just find it out. Look, what are the things are coming up, and then you can just go with them and approach them. That is what I told you. Like most of the school or businesses, they don't know what exactly the problems they are facing on.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Naman.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
Yeah, good
Okay.
afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I approached the sweet shop in my locality, and I'm making a project on that only. So
Uh-huh.
I have submitted my proposal on 5th, and actually I got rejected, saying the
Okay.
reason regarding the problem statement and problem solving approach. So I had discussion
Uh-huh.
with the owner of the shop and got the three problems that he is facing. Particularly, like first problem
Uh-huh.
I have mentioned, like there is an issue in low volume sale of samosa, and
Oh, can you wait
secondly,
a minute?
yeah,
Can you
sure,
wait a minute? I'm getting a call.
sure.
Yeah, yeah, Deepak. Sorry. Yeah. Naman. Yeah, sorry, Naman.
No,
Tell me.
sure, sir. Sir, as I'm specifying, like I have three problems
Mm.
that I discussed with the owner, and he suggested me like first of all, he told me like there's a problem in selling of samosas, so there is a low volume of selling of that. Secondly, he told
Mm-hmm.
me that there is a continuous rise of raw material in every 2 months or 3 months. So how he can tackle
Mm-hmm.
that? And third problem, he told me regarding like how they can take the location advantage. So basically, I have mentioned
Okay.
these three problems in my proposal report, but got rejected. And it's mentioned like it was mentioned in one of the first problem statement, like you need to mention the objective in that, and mention like he
Mm-hmm.
has suggested like for example, give like increase the sale by 30%. So at this
Okay.
moment, how can I tell like increase the sale by 30% in that? Because without having the proper analysis that we need to do in our midterm and final.
So you have given the proposal itself, right?
Yeah, given a proposal itself.
Mm-hmm. Can you
And
just share me the details
yeah, sure, sir. I'll mail you.
with comments? You just mail me comments and the feedback, both the things. I'll look
Sure,
into
sir.
it
Sure, sir.
because I need to
And
go through the reports and I'll see what exactly the problems are coming on, and then only I'll be able to comment on it.
sure, sir. And in problem solving approach, also I have given a general view only, not a detailed view that we need to give in midterm and final. So in that,
Mm-hmm.
so because of these two things, the report has been rejected. So I'll mail
You just
you.
send me the details. I'll look into it. I'll look into it because there the problem solving approach should not be a general approach. It should be specific to your problem. So
Sure,
there,
sir.
that is what I told. It's the important content of the proposal, the problem solving approach, and your problem statement, right?
Yeah,
So
sure.
these things you have to focus it more. You don't have to write a generalized thing. You have to be focused on the pattern you are following for the post processing.
Mm-hmm.
In
Like
your
I've
case,
got.
yeah.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I will means mail you so that you can go through once and
Yeah,
let me
no
know.
problem. Yeah,
Sure. Thank you,
yeah.
sir.
You
Thank you so
can
much.
mail me.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you all. I think it's a long session. Now it's already 2. So I think most of you are waiting for lunch as well, or somebody has taken, but I will have to go for a lunch now. So maybe we can meet in the next session. So meanwhile, if you people have issues, you can just drop us a mail. We'll just try to address, right? And we'll see. Mostly, you are. We know like there are some things which are pinpoints, but this is how you people will learn. Because if you are going there in the market, a lot of issues are coming. If you are an entrepreneur, like Narenji is working on some company, he's having his own company, and some others are having company. There are multiple points which we are not focusing on. So if you are just doing the project, then because it's independent, whatever you are, it's something like it's initial phase. What exactly the baby is having, he will stand in his zone, he will drop again, he will get motivated, he will stand, and again he will drop. So after a subsequent series of this process, at last what he is doing, he is able to walk. So similar way, we are just thinking like you people will gain something from here. It's a phase of project. Like if you can just boost up, you can go down, you can boost up, you can go down. But at last, you will learn a lot of things from this project. That will assure you. So from this, you can wind up the session. We'll meet you in the next session, which we will just let you know. It's on October 13 or 14, and we'll take up some of the pitching sessions and some of the creative activities we'll do from now onwards. Okay, happy Sunday. Bye bye to all.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for the session. Happy Sunday,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Have a great Sunday. Bye.